Have I ever taken SARMs? What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about SARMs and about people in the industry taking them, new kids that are looking into them because they see these big people taking them, and also just some things that most people will not discuss about SARMs. So I'm here to help you guys and tell you why you shouldn't be taking them and why it's best to stay natural. So let's get right into the video. And before we get started talking about SARMs, if you guys could just subscribe. There's over 68% of you that are watching my videos that aren't subscribed. If you could subscribe, it'd mean the world to me, as I'm starting out new and I'm just trying to get my channel up there and help people with some real truthful information. So make sure you subscribe, and then let's get right back into the video. To start off, SARMs are basically the halfway point for steroids. It's like an in-between. The most popular SARM is probably LGD. That's what most people are going to run if they take something. But then they can also take ASTA, RAD, YK. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. I'm not very good at pronouncing like medicine names or whatever you consider it. So those are probably the top SARMs that someone will be taking if they're taking anything. You'll see a lot of people online also saying they take that. There's quite a few YouTubers that have come out talking about SARM usage, and those are just the most popular ones that I know people take. All these SARMs are required to have a PCT, just like a steroid cycle. So don't think you're getting out of that when you're taking SARMs, because SARMs suppress your natural testosterone, and you do not want that happening. Just because you're taking SARMs doesn't mean you don't have to do that like a steroid cycle would. So you're gonna have to make sure you have the right proper stuff so that way you don't ruin your testosterone. A lot of new kids that are new to working out, new to fitness, whatever, young, they're all starting to take SARMs because it's, I guess you could say, safer than steroids, and then they don't have to inject themselves. So these young kids are seeing these fitness models come out talking about saying they take SARMs even when they probably don't. They probably take steroids, but they're claiming SARMs because it's not as bad as saying you take steroids, I guess. So these kids are copying exactly what these bodybuilders are taking, or these fitness industry workers, whatever you want to call them, are taking, because they think just because they're going to take that, they're going to look exactly like them. Just know that what they could be saying is not true, so don't follow exactly what someone else says. Consult with someone that knows about it, or educate yourself about SARMs, because it can really harm you, especially when you're younger. If you're younger and you're taking SARMs, you can still develop issues with your testosterone if it's not done properly. And when you're young, the last thing you want is your testosterone levels already suppressed when you're at your peak of your testosterone levels. When you are youngest, say like what, 16 through 20, even up to 25. But between 16 and 20, that's when like your peak testosterone levels are. So I don't understand why people want to risk having the chance of suppressing their natural testosterone levels at such a young age, and maybe even ruining it just for a little more gains. SARMs have not been tested enough to know whether there are long-term issues with them. They're very new into the market versus steroids, which steroids people have been able to get side effects and what long-term usage does. So you got to take that into consideration too. If you think you want to start them, there's not been much research about them yet because of how fairly new they are. I just advocate staying natural at such a young age. This is more for the younger and new to fitness people, because you have such an advantage right now to try and see where you can take your body naturally before you have to hop on anything. And I understand it's cool seeing all these guys like look big, ripped, and shredded at a young age, but I guarantee you later in life they're gonna regret some of the decisions they made when they were younger, because all they cared about were muscles. So just realize that it's best to just stay natural for at least 3-4 years, so you could see how your body is filling out, especially if you're not doing proper training and proper nutrition. You should be doing at least 4 years of the proper training and proper nutrition. Have I ever taken SARMs? The answer is no, and nor will I ever. Like I said, personal preference, I will never take steroids or I will never take SARMs. And the reason is because I have an underlying medical condition which I don't want to risk. And I like seeing how far I could take my body naturally. When I first started my journey into lifting, I didn't do it to see how massive, ripped, and shredded I could get. I just wanted to put on good size, look good, feel good about myself. And I would love to be big, ripped, shredded, but I unfortunately do not want to take the risk taking stuff to see if I can get that big, ripped, and shredded in the first place. And I don't want to mess with my health condition. And to finish it off, to all the new people out there, just keep going. You're new. Learn proper nutrition, proper training, and just keep working out. It doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in a year that you're going to get ripped and shredded. So you got to make sure you just keep going and staying consistent. You could have a lot better natural potential than you think you have, because when you first start, you don't know what your natural potential could be. So just keep going. Try to stay natural for as long as possible, and I promise you won't regret it. I mean, if you want to be a fitness person and be a fake natty, you can, because there's a lot of those out there. I just recommend staying natural to all the kids out there. I hope you enjoyed on me trying to preach some knowledge. I'm not the smartest about when it comes to SARMs or steroids or anything like that, but I do know a good amount just from my research, so I know about them. I hope you enjoyed them. Hopefully you can take something away from this video to make you maybe rethink or just try harder. So until next time, I hope you guys like the video. Make sure you comment down below, and then make sure you subscribe so that way you can stay up to date on all my videos when I post. And share my channel. Let your friends know about me. I'm really trying to grow. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys next video.